Hey guys, this is Anime Ball Z here, and today we are going to be doing What If Itachi Adopted Naruto Part 6. The like goal for this What If will be 120 likes. If you guys hit the like button, then this What If will be out in the near future. So without further ado, let's get into the video.
Slick talker since a jit. Winter time, all the time, ooh, yeah. Look at the way that I move, swag. Disrespectful and I'm rude, okay. I had cocaine in the school.
Naruto wakes up in the morning and sees Kabuto glancing over him. Naruto, in reaction to this, impulsively jumps off his bed and grabs a kunai to defend himself. Kabuto smiles and palm slams Naruto right through the wall of the building. Naruto talks to Kurama and he lends him his chakra for survival. Naruto jumps at him, but Kabuto jumps to the side, then Naruto does a slight turn and tries to stab Kabuto in the neck. Kabuto jumps, flips, then kicks Naruto in the back. Kabuto floors Naruto and then Naruto gets up with a scar on his back. Naruto shouts, "Fire release flame bullet!" Just for this what if, I'll let Kabuto know the 5 element seal just for now. Kabuto pulls out his hand and his fingertips glow, then he shuts away Kurama's chakra, then Naruto reverts back to his base form. Naruto shoots the flame bullet, but from the pain, his flame bullet evaporates before it even reaches Kabuto. Kabuto punches Naruto hard in the stomach and then Itachi jumps right at Kabuto. Kabuto has been gathering intel from the 3 people and knows all of their weaknesses. He grabs Itachi by the neck and pushes Itachi's lungs. Itachi falls to the ground because of his respiratory disease. Blood starts to drip from his mouth. Sasuke jumps right at Kabuto and then Kabuto jumps behind Sasuke. Kabuto kicks him in the back and Sasuke is floored as well as the 3. Kabuto grabs Naruto and he jumps away into the distance. Naruto wakes up and sees that Kabuto is holding him. He loosens Kabuto's grip onto him and then Naruto goes diving into a forest. Kabuto says, well, the Sound 4 are coming as backup. They'll deal with him. Naruto slams through the forest and leaves the area. The Sound 4 arrive and see that Naruto has disappeared. Sakon says, "We'll stay here and wait for him. We're in the clear for now, that's at least what I think," Orochimaru said. Jirobo nods and approves of this and says, "Yeah, he did. Let's just wait for him. A few days isn't too bad, just stay in the Hidden Leaf, but stay on an extremely low profile." Sakon says, "Look everyone, the fight is sounding smart, what a surprise." Naruto runs back to his house and Itachi's actually quite okay, they both are. Naruto helps them both and they all fall back asleep. When they wake up, Naruto gets up and sees Jiraiya. He walks out early in the morning and says, "What do you want, Jiraiya? It's really early and I was almost kidnapped last night." Jiraiya says, "Sorry about that, but I'm here for quite a serious event." Naruto says, "Well, what is it then?" Jiraiya says, "We need a new Hokage since the Hidden Leaf is currently in a frenzy and the Jonin now are left to manage all of the missions. We need a new Hokage and I requested that Itachi to become Hokage." Naruto says, "Well, you have to ask him. Come back at like midday, okay, because we wake up quite late these days." A few hours pass and Jiraiya returns to meet Itachi and Sasuke training outside while Naruto is training a Sharingan alone. Naruto says, "Itachi, someone's here for you." Jiraiya walks up to Itachi and Itachi says, "Jiraiya of the Sun and it's an honor." Jiraiya nods and says, "Itachi, since of the Hidden Leaf Village being a supposed republic now, can you become Hokage?" Itachi smiles and says, "It's an honor, of course I will." Itachi, Jiraiya and the 2 Naruto and Sasuke go to the Hokage office where Itachi lays out his stuff which he will use when he becomes Hokage. Jiraiya says when they're there, "Itachi, you'll probably need an assistant to hold the heavy burden of being Hokage with high amounts of paperwork to process." Itachi says, "Sasuke, how about you become my assistant?" Sasuke says, "Thank you, I'd love to become a Hokage assistant." Naruto reacts impulsively and since he wants to be Hokage, he wants to be an assistant way more than Sasuke does. He says, "Itachi, please make me assistant. I want to be Hokage way more than Sasuke." Itachi says, "Naruto, that's great, but I've already made my decision," and Sasuke says he wants to. Naruto says, "Okay then." He walks out and slams the door. When he's out, his neck starts to ache. Naruto falls to his knees, then the curse mark grows around his body. It seems that Naruto's own will outbeat the Kyuubi's will and revived the curse mark on his neck that was taken away by the Kyuubi. Naruto stands and punches the wall, then the wall crumbles. Itachi hears it and so does Jiraiya. Jiraiya runs out and sees that Naruto has escaped through the crumbled wall. Naruto is found by Jiraiya and Jiraiya takes him to train even more. Sasuke and Itachi carry out the several deeds of a Hokage. After a week, Naruto returns with the knowledge of the Rasengan and more control over his curse mark. I know Naruto should know how to make the Rasengan because the Chidori is just a Rasengan and lightning mixed together, but let's just say that the Rasengan requires more chakra shape and transformation, so he needs to learn it from Jiraiya himself. Naruto and Jiraiya return for the Hokage ceremony, and Naruto sees Sasuke up with Itachi. He sees Sasuke give Itachi the Hokage cloak, and Naruto clenches his fist from anger. Naruto's curse mark slowly grows around him, but then he sees Jiraiya and his curse mark quickly retreats back to his neck. Naruto says to himself, "I will become your assistant and eventually become Hokage." Naruto follows Itachi after the ceremony to his office and knocks on the door of the Hokage's office. Naruto walks in and meets Sasuke and Itachi. He says, "Itachi, you want me as your assistant after you see this?" He puts his hand out and creates the spiraling sphere or the Rasengan. Naruto smiles and Itachi sighs and says, "That's great, Naruto, really, but I've made my decision. Sasuke is my assistant and that's final." Naruto walks away and starts to tear up. He runs out of the office and runs away into the forest where the Sound 4 are. He punches a tree and the tree literally falls down like he chopped it with an axe. Naruto activates his Sharingan and feels the presence of 4 people. He jumps and the Sound 4 jump up to him to follow. He explodes and Naruto turns out to be on the branch above them, and he jumps down with the Rasengan. He slams it into Jirobo and sends Jirobo flying back, then he creates another Rasengan quickly after and slams it into Kidomaru. He clashes with the returned Jirobo and the shockwave is very large. Naruto's curse mark grows across him and he headbutts Jirobo away, then turns for Sakon. Sakon throws a punch, but Naruto jumps over Sakon with a 360 backflip, then uses a flame bullet to send Sakon right through the branch below him. Sakon easily just jumps back up on the branch and all 4 of the Sound 4 members look relatively ineffective. Sakon activates his curse mark and says, "Do you really think you're the only one subject to Orochimaru?" Sakon punches Naruto through a tree, then Naruto creates 100 clones surrounding the Sound 4. Sakon looks around and says, "This will be a breeze." Naruto sends the shadow clones onto the Sound 4, then explodes all 100 of them. They are all moderately injured except for Sakon, who isn't injured because of his curse mark, amping his physical attributes. Sakon jumps at Naruto and grabs him by the neck. He knocks out Naruto and says to his friends, "We have him, let's go now." They all jump away into the distance. Now we skip to the Sasuke recovery mission, but now Naruto recovery mission. Shikamaru was quite good friends with Naruto when they were young, so Shikamaru gets a team of people to go and recover Naruto. The team consists of Neji, himself, Choji, Kiba, and Sasuke. They all go to the gate of the Hidden Leaf village, and Itachi has Jiraiya as a temporary Hokage assistant since it's only for a short time. The team progress and Shikamaru reveals a team formation, and Sasuke is now at the front because his Sharingan is good for tracking even the littlest of movements, and with it complete now, yes, he completed his Sharingan. His Sharingan is better than ever. Sasuke and his team don't find anyone for now. Sasuke walks forward and sees someone big. Sasuke creates a clone and slingshots him at Jirobo. Jirobo jumps away, then the clone explodes. Jirobo goes flying into the path and Sasuke jumps right at him to follow. Sasuke gathers chakra into his hand and slams his hand into Jirobo. Sasuke sees Akiraru and Kiba use the Man Beast clone jutsu and they pressure Jirobo. Choji expands and grabs Jirobo. Sasuke gathers his chakra to his feet and creates 2 Chidoris in each hand, and Choji lets go of him. Sasuke hurls himself up and uses a double Chidori on Jirobo. Jirobo goes far up, then Choji grabs him and throws him deep into the ground. Sasuke smiles and says, "One down." Jirobo smiles and reveals his second stage of his curse mark from the jump. Sasuke and Neji step forward and Shikamaru stays in the back trying to possess his shadow while Choji waits for his finisher punch. Choji holds the weakest Akamichi pill in hand, ready to devastate Jirobo. Sasuke and Neji run right at Jirobo and Neji uses his 64 palms. Sasuke kicks him back to Shikamaru, then Jirobo completely bashes out Shikamaru. Sasuke jumps at Jirobo and thinks, "I see him. Everything he does, I see it before he does it. This perception is amazing." Sasuke blocks every attack from Jirobo and lands a punch in the face and follows with a 360 tornado kick in the side of the arm. Choji smiles and says, "Now it's time for me to shine." He uses the weakest Akamichi pill and sends himself right at Jirobo. They clash and the shockwave is substantial. Sasuke says, "I've already used more than 25 to 30% of my chakra, how is this possible?" Jirobe gets a pounding by Choji and Choji punches him down into the ground. Choji says to them, "Everyone go for Naruto, I'll handle this guy." They abide by this and Sasuke zooms right for Naruto. Sasuke is blocked by Kimimaro. Now we cut to Sasuke and Kimimaro having a stare down. Sasuke creates a clone and he transforms it into a Fuma Shuriken. He throws him right at Kimimaro, then he transforms back into a clone and explodes. Kimimaro managed to jump back and dodge the explosion. Sasuke jumps right for Kimimaro and they fall into the taijutsu battle. Sasuke is currently losing, but then Sasuke jumps back and puts his hand down to the ground and lightning spirals him. Sasuke uses a substantial amount of chakra, then creates 3 clones. They jump at Kimimaro and one manages to grab Kimimaro from behind. Kimimaro just sends a bone from his back and destroys the clone, however. Sasuke smiles and zooms for Kimimaro. He uses such speed that Kimimaro can't protect himself from. Kimimaro manages to protect himself in bone under the skin that stops him from moving, but Sasuke easily pierces his bone and hits Kimimaro's heart. Kimimaro falls to the ground and Sasuke deactivates the Chidori. Sasuke creates a clone and it grabs Kimimaro from behind and it explodes. Kimimaro falls to the ground, then his curse marks surround his body. Rock Lee and Gaara arrive and they both stand firmly against a curse mark Kimimaro. Rock Lee tries to show off to Gaara and reveals the first gate from the jump and they commence the battle. Sasuke goes running through the forest and he sees Naruto standing right over him menacingly. Naruto is smiling with his piercing Sharingan. Sasuke makes his stance on his Madara statue and Naruto on his Hashirama statue. Actually, Naruto could be Indra's reincarnation because of him being evil and leaving the village, but Naruto will be a sort of failed reincarnation of Ashura and Sasuke a failed reincarnation of Indra too. Naruto stands with his dark black cloak, then he removes it and shouts, "Sasuke, it's over for you!" So that will conclude What If Itachi adopted Naruto Part 6. Put in the comments on anything that you liked or anything that I should improve for next part. If you like this What If, please subscribe and put on post notifications to tell you when the next parts are going to be uploaded. Thanks so much for watching and I'll see you in the next video.